What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I know I am, and if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. Your name will be legally changed to Peggy Weggy the Peg Leg Pirate. Yeah, that's right. If you don't want to be walking around like a background character in Pirates of the Caribbean, you better press the like button. Peggy Weggy is not a very dope name. I just flashed myself. Real talk though, guys, hopefully you're having a great day. I know I am. Today's video is gonna be a pretty fun one about people just trying to impress me with their non-existent rap skills. The gameplay is just gonna be some Valorant, you know. I don't know if it's too good. I don't really remember it too well, to be honest, but it should be pretty alright. And yeah, today's video should be a pretty funny one because this dude absolutely embarrassed himself at a house party to the point where, like, I'm pretty sure he was cited for harshing the vibe. The police came just to cite him for ruining a good time. And when the police come to cite you for ruining a good time, you know you've gone way too far. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, there's always one kid at every house party you go to that has never been to one before and thinks it's like out of a movie, you know, where stuff's gonna get really crazy. There's gonna be like dance battles. There's gonna be a chance for him to like prove himself against the popular kid, you know. He just really doesn't understand that most parties are supposed to be pretty chill, or at least like that's the fun way to have a party. In my opinion, I would much rather, like, kick it back and have a good time than have some kid trying to dance battle me to, like, prove to his girlfriend he has swag or whatever. But, especially, like, in the early parts of high school, there were plenty of kids that would embarrass themselves thinking that they were being super cool, and it was just not the right vibe. And one night, me and, like, a couple close friends are at this house party, and it's not the school that I go to, you know, so I don't really know a ton of people, but me and one of my friends are, like, standing in the kitchen, and, we're having a drink, and we're just talking back and forth, like, nothing crazy's going on, we're just talking. And all of a sudden, like, in the backyard, we hear a bunch of screaming, like, oh, oh! And usually that means that there's a fight going on. And as we're going to the back door, the other one of our friends that we're with comes and says, oh my God, guys, come on, come on, come on. So obviously, you know, we start, like, rushing out into the backyard to see what's going on. And there's, like, a crowd of people gathered around, and I'm expecting to see a fight. Because at most house parties, there's at least one fight if they're rowdy. Like, not most of the time, but if it gets a little out of control, the first thing that starts to get it out of control is a fight. And once there's a fight, it goes downhill from there. Like, once there's a fight, you should probably just end the party because nothing good happens after a fight at a party. So I'm expecting there to be a fight. There's this group of people crowding around screaming, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be sick, this is gonna be sick. And keep in mind, I don't know a ton of these kids super well, so I don't know how they react to things, but at least in my opinion, when I was in high school, like, I would only start screaming and oohing and ohing if there's a fight going on at a party. And I'm pretty much taller than, like, most people at this point. I had already had my growth spurt, so I'm, like, probably 6'2", so I can kind of see over the shoulders of some people. There's some people taller than me, but I can kind of see into it pretty well. And instead of a fight, I see two kids that definitely look like you're like, oh my God, how did they get out of the band room? Who let them out of there? That's a joke, by the way. It's a meme. I know there's gonna be somebody like, band kids are not weird. Listen, if you're commenting that, you're the band kid everyone's complaining about, all right? If you're a cool band kid, we're not talking about you. You're chill. Anyways, so like there's these two band kids sitting there, and one of them is like aggressively talking at the other, and I realize pretty quickly that he is rapping at each other. Whatever house party I have been dragged to is not something that is cool, not something that has swag, but no, there is a rap battle between two band kids going on in the backyard. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It might not be a fight, but hey, this could be pretty interesting, you know? I'm not gonna complain. I firmly believe that you gotta make the most out of your experiences, and if you're at a party with band kids rap battling, damn it, you better listen back and listen to what they're rapping about, because they're probably gonna throw down some sick rhymes about playing the trumpet. My name is Trumpet. I take your girl and hump it. Like, they could probably be dropping some sick bars, and you would never even see it coming because you underestimate them. So you just gotta listen and make the most of your experience. Anyways, I'm listening, and the first guy is going, and the first band kid basically is saying like how he has the most swag and the most money and how he's like just got the most drip, which I mean, listen, if you're gonna rap battle somebody in public, like at a party, the least you could do is just say stuff is true, because trust me, we're all sitting in the same backyard, dog. We all know that you do not in fact have a house on each coast, okay? Like, I'm just saying, you can't be dissing him saying, oh, you probably lie to your mom when, yeah, you're lying about the fact that you have 6 houses when we all know that you live in the basement of your mom's house and you're 18 at a high school party. Come on, what's going on, Kevin? That might have gotten a little personal, I know, but you guys are picking up the idea. And it's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. And so everybody's kind of laughing. But the guy that he's rapping against, man, if I can describe him, I would describe him as The type of kid that gets a little too excited at a NASCAR race, you know? Like, the cars start revving their engines, and he's like, ooh, I'm feeling something revving in here. Like, he was just a little too into the NASCAR vibe. Like, that's what this kid looked like. He also, wouldn't mind his life being sponsored by Monster Energy, and, like, he was the type of guy whose Instagram profile picture would be him with his arms around, like, two of the Monster Energy girls. So, I hope that paints the picture. Ooh, and he probably had, like, one of those Cookie Monster hats, you know? Oh, yeah, he was that dude. And some of you are like, man, I used to be that person. And if you were, that's okay. We all change. We've all done things we're embarrassed of. Look at me. I run a internet channel where I tell stories over video game gameplay. We all can't be heroes, okay? Anyways, he steps up, but before it's his turn to start rapping, which is what you're supposed to do, he like turns and looks at everybody gathered around him and he's like, as some of you know, I am the best rapper at school. And like the crowd doesn't react very strongly, you know? Nobody's like, yeah, yes, everybody's kind of like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I've been rapping for so long that my first words were a rhyme. And we're like, oh, cool, bro, nice. I'm sure your mom's really proud of you. Sounds like you were a smart baby, okay? Like, can we just get to it? And he's like, some would say that I can rap faster than Eminem. And at this point, I'm like, dog, listen, you're hyping up the crowd so much. If you don't deliver like Jesus on a silver platter right now, then you're losing because you're talking way too much. Nobody cares that your first words were a rhyme, all right? Like, oh, cute, good for you. What do I look like, a scrapbooker? I don't care. Just entertain me, all right? That's your job. And he's like, all right, I can rap faster than Eminem. Are you guys ready for this? And everyone's like, yeah, it's probably about this enthusiastic, you know. I'll add some reverb so it sounds like there's a crowd.
Yeah, sure. I guess we're ready. Sure, dude. You kind of hype yourself up for a weirdly long amount of time.
But whatever. It really doesn't matter if you hype yourself up a ton as long as you're like, good. That's the one thing. You can talk as much crap as you want. I firmly believe that. But the caveat is you have to, and I mean have to be good. Like, if you're not good, then get out of the kitchen, you know? You're playing with fire and you're not prepared to get burned. And trust me, this guy's about to burn. So, like, he gets a beat going, and he stops the beat and he makes him pick a different beat. So he's wasting even more time. So it's about 3 minutes since the last guy stopped rapping. That's like a whole song, okay? And finally he gets going. He's got a beat he's liking and he's getting a little too into it, Like, he's rocking with his entire body for every minute little sound in the beat. Like, it's just, he's really into it, So once again, just raising the bar for himself, really making it seem like he's about to be the greatest rapper of all time. And his first lines, ladies and gentlemen, I will never forget. They will forever resonate on the statue outside of no one's house because it was terrible, but that's why I'll never forget it. Your girlfriend is a thickie. Ooh, is her name Whoa Vicky? Yeah. And I mean, listen, when you compare yourself to Eminem, okay, and you come out the cut comparing this dude's girlfriend to Whoa Vicky, it's just kind of whack. Like, not to mention the other guy wasn't that bad, but there were some personal jabs in there, and this guy's like, I'm gonna give you a compliment. Your girlfriend is pretty attractive. Like, it's a weird thing to say in a rap battle, like, congratulations, man. I hope your girlfriend stays loyal and you guys maintain a fantastic relationship. Like, it's just a weird thing to throw into a rap battle. And then he proceeds to go from, whoa, Vicky, to, your forehead is misshapen and kind of ugly. That's why you ask your mama to hug me. Which, telling your mom to hug the person you're rapping, I guess, could be like a tactic to throw you off your balance, but it's not very likely and probably a little awkward. Yo, mom, hug this stranger that has beef with me. But beyond that, your forehead is misshapen, and somehow that makes him want him to tell his mom to hug him. What, because he's dumb? Like, his brain has too much pressure on it? What? If I have to think this hard about how your diss makes sense in your rap battle, it's probably just not a very good rap. I'm just throwing that out there. It should make sense pretty easily to people who are paying attention. And then from the misshapen forehead, hugging your mom line immediately cuts to, I'm the best rapper on this side of Detroit, which, I mean, wow, you are better than Eminem. Only problem is that we live in Las Vegas. Like, we're not even on the same coast. I don't understand what Detroit has to do with literally anything, because it could not not be more irrelevant. That's like, imagine being in Chicago and being like, yo, I'm the best rapper that's out of Dubai. It's like, you're not even on the same continent, man. You're just chilling. So apparently we are in the presence of the best rapper from Detroit. And here's the thing. I know some of you are probably like, well, maybe he's from Detroit. Bruh, this kid had gone to my school since like first grade, okay? He is not the best rapper from Detroit. It's literally impossible. I know where this kid lives. And I know it's not in Detroit, so whatever. At this point, the crowd is like losing him. And like I said, I don't know like a ton of people, but I do know this kid who's rapping like not very well, but of him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know him. I know his name and I know his face and I've like seen him around, but I don't know him super well. He's like one of the only people there that I know. So the crowd starts to losing him, and you know it's bad when, like, a crowd of white kids starts booing your rapping, okay? This is, like, a group of people that would go to a Machine Gun Kelly concert. Let's keep it $1.50 here. No disrespect, Mr. Machine Gun Kelly. It's just, you have a demographic, all right? And that's okay. I have a demographic, too. It's people that scream too much at their Xbox, and, like, that's all right. We're vibing. Anyways, the crowd starts to not vibe, and they start to, like, boo this dude and be like, oh, dude, boo, you suck. And the kid, instead of, like, you know, deciding to stop and be like, oh, haha, you're right, my raps aren't bad, he starts arguing back with the crowd of, like, people that are not in the right frame of mind. So he's yelling at him and stuff. He's like, oh, you suck, you suck, you guys suck, you guys are the worst, you guys suck. Like, he's starting to argue with them. He's saying that they're too dumb to, like, understand his raps. It's all over the place. They're, like, fighting with each other over the fact that they're too stupid to understand your raps. And listen, man, I'm just saying, if everybody doesn't get your raps, maybe you're the stupid one, you know? It's not like there's just one girl that didn't get it. If everybody doesn't get it, then it probably doesn't make much sense. I'm just using math here. So whatever, obviously the vibe has been checked and it was not good. So he's like arguing with everybody, and I look at my friend and I'm like, all right, dude, we should probably go. This is not, you know, a very fun party. This is not a good situation. But there was a girl that he liked there, so he's like, look, can we please stay for like a little bit? We're talking. I'm like, all right, fine. So he goes back inside to talk to the girl, and I'm just sitting out here, and this guy is still arguing with like this crowd of people about his rapping ability. And he turns and he looks right at me, like dead in the eyes. I can't pretend that he's not talking to me. And he goes, well, what did you think of my rap? And I'm like, why me? And he's like, well, you're the only one that hasn't talked, so I'm guessing you liked it. And I'm like, well, you know, it was a rap. It was something. And now he's like trying to beef with me, dude. And listen, I wasn't criticizing it because I was trying to spare your ego. I'm standing here quietly. I don't want to be here any more than you do, and you're going to start calling me out. So fine. I'm like, nah, dog, honestly, it kind of sucked. It was not very good, if you want me to be completely honest with you. And you know what Eminem, boy, the toughest rapper in Detroit, does when he realizes that the entire crowd is not on his side and his rap was in fact not very swagtastic? The toughest rapper in Detroit that was apparently raised by the streets starts crying and like runs out of the backyard, dude. And then like some girls are standing there and they're like, oh my god, that was so rude, and start like looking at me as if it's my fault. It's my fault that he got up in my face when I was trying to be quiet, so I told him the truth. That's my bad. Fine. Next time I'll lie. I'll tell him to drop out of high school and pursue his dream of being a rapper. It's definitely gonna work out for him. No regrets there. Oh, wow. That's a fantastic plan. You know what? While you're at it, get your girlfriend pregnant. A kid will just make the rapping thing easier. So, the vibe has been harsh, and at this point, I'm like, look, everybody here hates me. I made Eminem kid cry. All of Detroit is gonna try to fight me after this, so I'm leaving. I went outside, got an Uber. My Uber driver's name was Carlos. He was 35. He was pretty cool. He took me home. I texted my friend, said, dude, no pressure. I know you, like, you know, you're fine. Just Uber home, or, like, get somebody to drive your car, because I was just not vibing, bro. I was gonna have to fight. And he's like, yeah, bro. All right, I get it. You know, me and the girl hooked up, and I'm like, hey, good for you, dude. It ended up working out. I wingmaned as long as I needed to. But, yeah, you know, moral of the story is people that can rap faster than Eminem are probably gonna cry if you criticize them at all. And, yeah, today's notification shout out goes to Dominic Schmitty Lover 69. It's been a long time since I've seen anything with that name, and it made me giggle. But follow me on Instagram at Scrubby, Twitter at Scrubby_69. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time with another video. This game is a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.